If you think studios hire 3D artists because they know every button in Blender, Maya, or Houdini, I've got bad news for you. Because I've seen average artists get hired and insanely talented artists get ignored. And it has nothing to do with what software they use. In this video, I'm going to show you what studios actually look for, and the one thing most artists never fix. This isn't theory. This is based on real studio hiring patterns, recruiter feedback, and why some portfolios get callbacks while others don't. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to focus on if you want studios to take you seriously, whether you're using Blender, Maya, or anything else. And trust me, this might hurt a little, because the first thing studios look for is not technical skill. Studios don't hire tool operators. They hire problem solvers. They don't ask, "Do you know Blender?" They ask, "Can you fix this shot when everything breaks at 2 a.m.?" That's why studios love artists who can explain why they made decisions, not just show pretty renders. Which leads to the biggest mistake I see in portfolios. Studios face unique challenges that no tutorial can fully cover. Button knowledge means just learning software clicks, but real work needs creative fixes for tight deadlines and complex scenes. Problem solvers adapt fast, innovate, and deliver high-quality animation that stands out. Every film has custom problems like tricky character rigs or lighting issues no one has seen before. Studios hire artists who break down these issues into small steps and solve them efficiently. This keeps production on track without constant hand-holding. Problem-solving sparks new ideas, such as better ways to animate fur or optimize scenes for rendering. Button experts repeat basics, but solvers push tools further to create stunning visuals. Studios compete on creativity, so this skill builds standout portfolios. In big teams, artists must collaborate across modeling, rigging, and lighting without slowing others. Solvers anticipate issues, communicate fixes, and handle changes like director notes. This saves time and budget in high-stakes pipelines. Most portfolios scream, "Look how many things I tried." Studios want portfolios that say, "I can do this one job extremely well. One clean, focused reel beats 10 unfinished experiments." If you're applying for environment art, they don't care about your character sculpt. If you're applying for lighting, they don't care about your modeling. Specialization gets hired. General confusion doesn't. Studios need artists who solve exact problems fast, like perfect character walks or realistic effects. A portfolio screaming, "I excel at this role," proves you fit their pipeline right away. General work feels risky since projects demand top specialists. They value a few excellent pieces over lots of okay ones. This lets them quickly see your best skills match the job, like anatomy for characters or lighting for environments. It builds trust in your ability to deliver under deadlines. Tailored portfolios match studio styles and tools, boosting your chances. They skip broad resumes and pick those showing real job-ready talent. This approach helps studios hire reliable team players for big productions. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Deadlines matter more than perfection. Studios ask themselves, if we give this artist a task, will it come back done without drama? That's why consistency beats brilliance. A slightly less talented artist who delivers on time will always beat a genius who disappears for 2 weeks. And this next one is the silent killer of careers. Most artists think studios want quiet geniuses. They don't. They want artists who can take feedback without ego, ask smart questions, explain problems early, collaborate without friction. If your reel is amazing but you're difficult to work with, you're invisible. Good talk between artists, directors, and managers stops mistakes and saves time on big projects. Clear words make sure everyone knows the story vision and builds the right models. Artists share ideas fast when they talk well. This fixes problems early, like wrong character poses or bad lighting. Studios finish movies on time because no one works alone. Poor communication causes extra work and changes. In 3D pipelines, one bad note can redo weeks of animation. Strong talk keeps renders and scenes perfect from the start. Directors give feedback that sparks better designs. Teams use tools like shared platforms to chat daily. This turns simple models into amazing stories for films like Zootopia. So why do studios still use expensive software if skill matters more than tools? Studios don't care what you use. They care if you can adapt. That's why Blender artists get hired, and why Maya artists still get rejected. The real test is, can you learn our pipeline fast? If you show fundamentals, clean workflow, and problem solving, software becomes irrelevant. So here's the truth most people won't tell you. Studios don't hire the most talented artist. They hire the most reliable specialist who understands production. If you want to get hired, pick one role. Build a focused portfolio. Show thinking, not just visuals. Communicate like a professional. In the next videos, I'll break down what a hireable portfolio actually looks like, why most demo reels fail in the first 10 seconds, and how Blender artists can compete with industry pipelines. If you want real 3D career advice, not YouTube fantasy, hit subscribe. This channel is about helping you think like a studio artist, not just make pretty renders. See you in the next one.